Across the country, ethical loans are transforming lives. Ten years ago, David had it all.
I used to get invited to fabulous parties because I was successful, was able to take nice holidays. I used to ski, race powerboats, which is also my passion, and I had a very good life.
David owned multiple companies, spanning construction and plastics to servicing exclusive vehicles.
I had a performance car, it was an Audi RS5, but not as highbrow as this beauty.
At the height of his success, he employed 140 people.
Every man's dream is to get to drive fast cars, and I worked on them and I used to get to enjoy them, but I got paid for it.
But in 2010, he made a financial decision that cost him everything.
I made an investment decision to join a company, and I invested some money into it with promise of being a decision maker within that operation, and it failed, and I was left completely high and dry.
David invested £500,000 in an advertising firm, but the company went bust, leaving David penniless. He lost everything: his car, his house, and all his assets.
Did I anticipate what was going to happen to me in 2010? No. Was I devastated when it did? Absolutely. I was destroyed, and it had a very detrimental effect on my mental health. My self-esteem was destroyed. My confidence was destroyed. I was constantly beating myself up for the mistakes I made. But at 49 years old, you don't want to feel like you're on the scrap heap. And that, to a degree, was how I felt when the wheels fell off in 2010. I had to go on the job-seeking circuit and sign on, which I've never done before. All the while, applying for jobs that I was more than capable of doing and not even getting called for interviews.
David was trying to move on, but he was still £5,500 in debt on his overdraft.
I suppose to a degree I was in denial of my situation. I wasn't opening my post, I wasn't attending to things that I should have been attending to, and as a result, one of my creditors lost faith and lost patience and took me to court and got me a CCJ, or county court judgment as they call them. And that might as well have been a stab to the heart.
A county court judgment meant a black mark on David's credit score. Traditional lenders would now be reluctant to take him on for any loan in the future, be it personal or business.
I just knew that I needed to have a regular income and not job seekers allowance regular income, and I needed to stabilise my situation.
David finally found work through an agency. For 5 years, he did everything, from driving vans to office administration.
That was keeping the lights on and the food and the bills paid, but it was doing nothing else, so I was kind of treading sand.
David was determined to get his life back on track and set his sights on starting a new business in a market he knew well, customising and caring for luxury cars.
We're effectively plasticising the paint, so it leaves a permanent barrier that will never ever need to be waxed or polished in any way again. I think we'll start here, then we'll work round.
But with no cash and a CCJ to his name, getting a startup loan was almost impossible.
What that basically did is it stopped me borrowing any money for any opportunity, anything. I was just then, call it what I would call it leper class.
After months of searching for help, he finally came across the Fredericks Foundation, a not-for-profit lender that offers financial help and support to those who wouldn't qualify for loans elsewhere. They invested £10,000 in David, which meant he could rent a van and buy equipment to get going.
One of the reasons that the Fredericks Foundation decided to invest in David was that we firmly believe in investing in the person themselves. He really believed in what he was doing. Add to that the enormous experience and the wealth of knowledge that he had from his previous businesses. If anybody could make it work, he could.
But obviously they must have seen something, because they afforded me what I asked for. Everybody in the room was smiling, and I thought, well, hang on a minute, maybe I've just won the lottery.
As far as any defaults or CCJs are concerned, it isn't of prime importance to Fredericks. What is more of concern is your attitude to debt. So the fact that David had a CCJ and a number of defaults, the fact that he was paying them back and was in a payment plan was good news.
This panel is now finished, so will never, ever, ever need to be done again. I think she will be very happy.
As a result of the investment, David's client list has grown, and so has his team.
How you doing?
Good, Horace, how are you?
Not bad. Got Tesla today.
Excellent, yep, that's
So
fine.
time's against us, as
Okay,
usual.
let's crack on.
So no, he's good. He's reliable. The product is reliable. Nice guy, cool character, good heart.
If I'm on the tools, I'm on the tools. But in this capacity, I brought a team with me who are obviously doing the work.
He's got total dedication and focus, and that's what you need.
With the loan now paid off and business booming, David's about to set up permanent premises with the help of a second £15,000 loan from Fredericks.
I really don't know what to expect.
It's Val's first visit.
Hi, Val.
Wow,
Yes,
we're here.
yeah, we are. Moving forward.
How are you, David?
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. The units will come out to this position, then there will be a road, and then there will be parking on this side. You just do what you know you need to do and keep on doing it, and eventually doors will open, opportunities will present themselves, and you'll get back to where you want to be.
So is David Brutus ready for this?
We absolutely are ready for this.
Good, good. It's
Yeah.
been a fair time coming.
Absolutely.
You've really put in the work, though, and you deserve it.
It's a fantastic time, hence me not needing to sleep so much, I guess.